Hi, it's me, Azalea, and Z with WayCrunchy.com. And today we are giving our review of Christopherus Waldorf Homeschool Curriculum First Grade. Today we're going to tell you what that includes and also how it's been going for us personally with my son Tom, who is 4. Waldorf inspired. Let me stress that we are not purists. My son started his journey with Montessori. We started learning letters and writing, and I'm not going to take him a step back. That was the only thing holding me back from this magical world of Waldorf, was delaying the learning of the alphabet for my son Tom in particular, because he was already on that path. So it clicked in my brain. It's homeschool. It's the place where you get to do what's right for your baby and your family. Yes, baby. And what's included with your Christopherus first grade curriculum is a big old binder. It's a big old thing. You also get your form drawing book. You also get like a modeling and sculpting book similar to the form drawing, and the joy of movement. That's your first grade. Now, they break it down for you, a perfect syllabus into units. And it's based on a 4-day work week. Mondays and Tuesdays, we've chosen to do homeschool days. Wednesdays, we do a play group at a community center. And then Thursdays and Fridays, we do another couple of homeschool days. Then we have the weekend, where the world is our school. As it is every day, really. But let me break down what you're going to get. I'm just going to give you the tabs because, you know, you need to go out and buy this Christopherus stuff. They're making it for sale. But practical considerations, you got like syllabus, materials list, etc. Language arts, mathematics, nature, arts and crafts, and other lessons like handwork and cooking. And Unit 1, starting out your first grade year. You're starting with form drawing as your main kind of lesson. You're starting off with handwork and games. Okay, so for games, I really incorporated that into our morning warm-up. We did Simon Says, and we used a lot of vigorous movement in Simon Says. And Tom, the concept of following rules and giving other people rules to follow and the back and forth of game playing was very important for him, and I think it's going to set a good start for homeschool and a more structured school life. First, he did the form drawing. You know, that's the first big lesson. Now, we do not have a good book yet, which Waldorfians will be familiar with. But just, I hear the best, which it also sounds to me to be the best, just a big, large, spiral-bound kind of sketch pad where you can lay it flat and you can remove a page if necessary, where you keep track of your work. Right now, for form drawing, I am just using a rather magical folder. It is based right now on straight lines and curved lines. So I'm going to show you some of Tom's work that I have saved in this folder. Like, these are just some straight lines, some more straight lines. And for the straight lines, it was all stories about snakes. You had stories. Okay, so it's short snake and long snake, grandpa snake and baby snake. And what happened to the baby? Come here. Here, you want to do the show? You want to show a picture? No? Okay. And, oh no, honey. And there's some more of our straight lines. You want it? You want it? It's straight lines. And then horizontal. You know, we do horizontal and vertical. Now, for these shapes, let's see, this one will probably show up. This is all my son's work. So, like, here is, I chose to go with stories and songs, which I made up out of my mind. I was just singing. This is something I drew to be a nice visual aid for the curved line and the straight line. And so we did boats and then we did islands. Okay, so sailing, sailing, sailing from Tom's Island to the Pirate's Island. But mostly I went back to sailing, sailing over the ocean blue, which I think I was doing a bicycle built for two, but in pirate version. Anyway, it worked and we stimulated our imagination with our shapes. Here's another example of Tom's Good Shapes. We did 2 weeks of this, okay? So, as the grand finale, I introduced something that I felt was very advanced for Tom, where he's at. And just so that he could put it in his brain, let it rest for when we get back to the next form drawing unit. It's just so he had one introduction to it. This is me drawing the complex form drawing. This is what Tom managed to come up with. Like, this is the middle ones, and then he tried twice to get it right down here. Like, this one was incorrect, but the bottom one was right. And so if you look, he got it in the corners going on. He got it in the middle, but it was a little crooked. With some more work, it would have progressed, but I think it's really nice so he doesn't get frustrated that now we're taking a break from form drawing. And I think that we did a lot, and it's going to be a good foundation for writing letters. So for handwork, it's all like wool and knitting, and I wasn't prepared. I didn't have any unwashed wool on hand. So we did more kindergarten handwork just for this first unit like we had been doing. And one of the things we did, and we are switching to winter here in Virginia. We had our winter solstice and whatnot, and so this is a really nice branch that we found, and he just did a lot of wrapping and winding and weaving. And that's just one example of, oh my goodness, on the baby. That's just one example of a handwork. You're okay. Yes. Of handwork. And so that's how we feel about Christopherus. We love it. It's working out good. It also just starts you out with a heavy routine. Like, the curriculum lays you out with having chores every morning. We do breakfast. We do chores, non-negotiable. This is the first time in Tom's life that he's been doing chores. Sweeping, wiping the table, putting away the clean dishes, getting the dog's food ready, different things like that. And it's a game changer. It's a life changer. I think it's going to change his life, the course of his life, the cleanliness of his life. And then we take a morning walk. We will be starting block 2 next week. And that has introductions to letters, part 1 in language arts, painting or modeling, and handwork for 2 weeks, and cooking for 2 weeks. I'm looking forward to block 2, and I'm looking forward to telling you how block 2 of Christopherus Waldorf style homeschooling is going. This is Azalea and baby Z. And we want you to hit subscribe if you're on our YouTube channel to see what we're getting into. And if you're at waycrunchy.com, you can go on the sidebar and you can hit subscribe. There's a button, and you will get a nifty little email every time we post. So we love y'all, and we love Christopherus homeschooling, and block 1 was a big success.